This is Samuli Savo, Enfo, and it's a digital dimensions and series of innovation. I mean, today I'm having a chat with Sami Kuusela. I mean, he's from a company called Hoodiedude. There has been this kind of startup boom as well. So all the biggest enterprises and all the biggest managers in the companies want to be a little bit get this kind of like a touch of a startup life.
Yeah, they want to have that startup
the cold and the startup
dust
right?
on their shoulders. The tailor-made suits.
Do you has it been changing somehow? Because I think that has been ongoing now like a year or two. So is it continuing? Is it still like a same?
Yeah, there's been a big change. This whole Hoodiedude business, this consultancy business, I never dreamt of being a consultant, but I ended up being one. So it started 2012 actually, when I started to write a book about like why big companies and startups are not doing anything together in Finland, because that was already happening like really big, in a big way in Silicon Valley and everywhere else. That big companies were looking for great small companies that they could acquire or become friends with or invest into.
Get the innovation.
Yeah, get the innovation and the superstars of the tech world. And it was like in Finland we had like a really big startup boom just starting. Yeah. And we had like big companies that's laying off people. So, but nothing was happening because I was trying to ask everybody like, okay, what kind of exits we've had in Finland? Like a big Finnish company has bought a Finnish startup and
nobody could find
anything like with big valuation enough that it's like mentionable.
Okay.
So then I ended up writing this book where I like showed there's a big opportunity and it's like it totally sucks the situation. And then, it got quite a lot of attention in media.
Yeah, I think you had a radio show as well.
Yeah. And then, but now it has changed. During these 3 years, since 2013 when the book came out, now at Slush, for example, there's more corporate people than startup people, as you've seen.
Well, I think it's 17,000 people there. Yeah, so I was visiting also Slush. I mean, great event, but you were right. I mean, I knew like 10,000 of those, and they were all corporate.
Yeah, and Microsoft has the biggest booth.
Next to Google.
And then you have like
and Nokia had a huge
Elisa
one as well.
and
So,
Nokia.
It's Elisa, like, Tieto, Nokia.
But there was no startup booths. Only little tables where they were showing their products, but the big players were like had taken over Slush.
Yeah, absolutely, that's true. So so what do you think? So what is how it's working today? So now after 3 years, there's more and more activity between enterprise and startups. We can see a lot of hackathons. We can see a lot of like people marketing. They have some kind of accelerator funds, different type of programs, enterprise startups. Is it now working better? I mean, from a trip, do you see some real like tangible results now?
Yeah, it's going there. I think it still is. I'm not personally a fan of hackathons.
Okay, fine.
Especially if they are just doing like one time a hackathon.
Why you don't like hackathons?
Because it's weird that someone can say with a straight face that okay, define us for a 10 billion revenue big company. Please define us your biggest business problem, and then 10 nerds come and have Coca-Cola and pizza for 1 weekend and they like solve it. It's impossible.
It's like American dream in a way.
It's stupid and it's kind of humiliating for both sides. So
you feel it's humiliating?
In a way. It's like this Finnish band Popeda. So if you don't get Popeda, then organize a hackathon, to entertain your corporate people,
Okay, that's actually interesting. So how much do you think that this interaction between enterprise and startups, how much there's an element of entertainment and marketing?
It has been pretty much. And we are always like saying our clients that, treat the startups equal.
Yeah.
Because, startups are in bigger hurry than the big company. So make a deal or not and say early enough that you won't be making. Just don't make them come back. Don't waste the time because the time is all that the startup has.
Yeah.
So it's really important in that way.
Are the enterprises getting it?
Yeah, slowly.
Because I think there is this entertainment element, because in a big corporate, I mean, typically you organize a lot of, say, workshops and development days and everything like that. Partially
they are also entertainment.
Yeah, partially for entertainment purposes, in a way. Yeah. Okay, of course it's developing, but still the actual impact may be quite thin. And then it's actually quite exciting to invite a couple of startups to spend a day with you, speaking about things, doing hackathons, everything like that. And maybe you don't realize that actually you're wasting very valuable resource they have, which is time.
It's all you have before you have lots of revenue or profit, you know. And then when you're searching for the breakthrough internationally, you don't have time, and you don't want to just spend it with someone who is not serious.
Yeah, but have you seen some successes, some like a real successful collaboration happening between enterprises and startups?
Yeah, there has been like few already like acquisitions in Finland, like Wärtsilä bought this Eniram, I think.
Okay.
That was like tens and tens of millions.
Yeah.
Many Finnish startups have been bought by the US companies, and that's happening all the time.
Yeah. So that's actually interesting. So measuring success. So now you're saying that when they are bought, acquired, so that's the success in a way. So it's like a succeeding exit.
In a startup world, you aim to exit because the whole thing is built on usually on VC money.
True.
So it's venture money that is, when you put venture money in, you want a lot of back, or you are prepared that it will fail. But you know, 1 in 10th or something like that will make you a lot of money. And how you make the money is not via listing it to the stock market anymore, as it was back in the 2000. Now it's exit to a bigger company.
Yeah. Because I believe that's one thing that confuses still a lot of people in enterprise business, where typically you're not planning exit. You're planning to make profits this year, next year, and improving your profits, making more revenue, making more margin, maybe cutting your costs to make it. And then same time you see these highly valued startups which are purely looking for exit. And I believe that's an interesting element. I don't know, do you see any discussions between this when you
it is. Sometimes, you know, we startup people are called greedy or short-tempered, or we are not like having the long-term vision or anything like that. But you know, it's kind of a new approach to being an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
it's like having companies are just periods of time in your life. Life, you know, then you do something else. You know, if you end up doing something successful, it will help the company that buys you.
True.
So it's not like just taking the money and run, because usually you end up working in that company for a while.
That's good. Okay, thanks, Sami. I mean, this was very interesting. So thanks you very much for this interview. Thanks for your listening.